We will talk about the Web3 journey from Jägermeister, which partnership with the community of Hape. And this is an exciting NFT project. And more we will talk with Richard Petrich and Sven Schindler.
Hi, guys. I'm super sorry. I'm obviously not Matt, yeah? So I'm taking over that slot, but it's connected to Hape, so at least I guess we have a good topic. Should I sit down as well, yeah?
Yes, please.
Okay. So originally, my role was to moderate a little panel discussion between Sven and Diggy. Diggy, obviously the founder of Hape, and Sven joining us from Jägermeister. Maybe take the time to introduce yourself, Sven.
Thanks, Rich. So my name is Sven Schindler, and I'm heading up the global brand and digital team in Jägermeister now for almost a year. And before that, I worked in various functions in the sporting goods industry for 20 years with Adidas and Nike, actually. So yes, much looking forward to the discussion here.
Exactly, yeah. Discussion with your own?
No, with you.
No, actually, we want to tell you a bit or show you a bit about the project we did with Hape. So the Hape community, as you know, and how Jägermeister actually took their first step into the Web3 world, let's say. We will come to that now and show you what we actually did. My name is obviously Richard, and I founded the agency that helped you to partner with Hape, I guess, yeah? So can we see how's that working?
The screen is saying presentation still loading.
Still loading, okay.
It's too heavy.
It's too heavy, yeah? It was a strong project. But maybe let's start with the first question while waiting. Sven, what brought you to partner with Hape? So why did you took the decision to actually go with that community and take the step into Web3?
Yes, so maybe start from scratch somehow, because obviously, like most of the brands nowadays, we were wrapping our head around, how to enter the Web3 space, NFTs. Obviously, there's also the topic of sustainability, which hopefully is solved now with the merge last week. But so many things, and then also, how do we do it? And then we got in touch with Hape through you, actually. And we realized we have lots of overlaps in regards to our passion points we have defined for ourselves. And also in Jägermeister, we have one passion point we have defined, which is the Web3 nerd and gaming culture, if that makes sense. And it seemed that then Hape was a great partner to start that journey with, because for us it was also about trying that out. We are not experts in that field and haven't been experts. So obviously we are learning. We are on a journey here as well in regards to learning about that space. And yeah, that's when Hape seemed to be the right partner with a right attitude as well, because we strongly believe in Web3 and all the virtual experiences, but also we strongly believe in real life experiences. And the same applies to Hape as well. And that's where we felt like, yeah, we have the right partner for it, because for us it's not either or, it's virtual and real life experiences which are important. So that's where we had a great match.
Super cool. I would love to show the presentation now, yeah, but it's still loading. So what should we do, yeah? How is that? Okay, it seems we are not getting a presentation. It's very unfortunate, because it's actually really interesting to see what we did and to follow the steps with Jägermeister. But is here someone from technical that can help us to play the presentation?
Otherwise, let's talk through it. And
okay.
Then hopefully it will kick in at one point.
Yeah, okay. Fair point, yeah. Okay, then let's talk a bit about it. So Sven, what happened? So can you talk us through? We know why you partnered with Hape, but what did you actually do? Yeah.
So I'm not sure how familiar the audience is with Hape and the community, but actually they launched their NFT collection beginning of 22. And they have separated it into, let's say, the Prime collection and the Genesis collection. And the Genesis collection is intended to be for partners, people they are collaborating with, and actually usually those Genesis Hapes are not up for sale, and that's where then the Hape community has created our brand ambassador for Jägermeister, actually, a unique Hape, a Genesis Hape for Jägermeister, and it was the first Hape as well, which had a dual personality because it was a day Hape and a night Hape. Obviously, we are much about nightlife, and therefore that was important for us. And that was the first Genesis which had a dual personality. As said, we don't trade that one. It's our brand ambassador. And yeah, then there were several steps following after the launch of the NFT. Which was launched in New York, actually, during the NFT conference. And there was a great party, actually, for the launch of the partnership in New York, where we also had a lot of activities and presence with Jägermeister. And many people said that was the best NFT party they've ever been to, whether that's caused by us or not, different story, but it seemed to be a good party. So that's what the kickoff looked like, and then there was more to come, but maybe you want to kick in here as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was actually a great party, and I feel like a couple of people here have been there as well. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure who, but I see it was actually very, very fun night. Yeah, but what do you think? Like, so on the topic of dual personality, what makes the dual personality special, and why is it such a great, let's say, starting point for Jägermeister when it comes to storytelling, etc.? So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, so the day Hape basically is a bit like the cool kid on the block. It's really the cool dude you want to hang out with. And then the night Hape actually transforms into an ice-cold version, if that makes sense, which has also symbolized stacks and is the party animal in that view. And that's what was perfectly reflecting also the personality of Jägermeister in the end. And that's what we liked a lot about it. And for us, it was always important. We don't want to just stick a logo somewhere, but we want to be an organic part together with our partner Hape, and not just put a logo somewhere. And I think that has been done in a great way. Also, Hape, I think what makes them so special is also they have the Hape Walk. I'm not sure if people are familiar with that, but you can dress up your Hape, and that's what we provided to the community as well, that all the people could dress up their Hapes in Jägermeister outfits and the bottle background. We don't have the visuals here, unfortunately, but that was also part of that journey, and there's more to come. And also we had a great presence during the NFT conference in New York at the Times Square together. So there was lots of activities to launch that partnership and to bring that to life.
I think dressing up is a good point here, yeah? So can you tell us a bit more about the dressing up function and how it worked out, yeah? So just a quick one, because I got the note that we need a PPT, but I think I have submitted a PPT, so I would love to at least have the pictures. Is someone from tech here, like doing the tech stuff over there? Because I have submitted a PPT, so maybe you can play that one. I don't know. No? Okay. Would be great to have the images. Okay. Naja, gut.
We need to improvise.
It would be great to show, yeah, because it really looks cool, but ich hatte ja die PowerPoint-Datei schon. Okay, we might be lucky, yeah. But coming to the point of dressing up, I guess we had a very interesting function, let's say, yeah. Can you tell us a bit more about the repos? Ah, here we go. Great.
So here you can see in the right top, one of the holders who has used our clothing actually to dress his or her Hape. And also the background underneath you can see here. And that was a function in the Hape Walk where people could dress up their Hape in the very unique and special Jägermeister outfit. And obviously that has been shared across social, especially Twitter, which is the main medium next to Discord, obviously, for the NFT communities. And they had then spread the word, and there was very positive feedback on the outfit and the chance to dress up their Hapes.
It was surprisingly good, right? I remember we were all like, okay, does that work out? And actually everyone was dressing up their Hapes with the Jägermeister brand, yeah, which was pretty cool. We actually now have the presentation, Sven. Should we, do you want to quickly talk us through what we did?
Yes.
Yeah. So you obviously know us now. The video doesn't work, unfortunately, I think. Does it? No. Okay, so finally you can see the Hape, yeah. So that's actually the Jägermeister Hape. It's the, as Sven mentioned already, the dual personality. But maybe you can talk us through what we did.
Yeah, as mentioned before, you see the cool kid on the block on the left side, and then it transformed during the night into the ice cold version of the Hape with the symbolized stacks on the head. So that's kind of an animated version as an NFT. So here you only see the stills, but obviously the NFT is animated. And that made it very special because it was the first time with a dual personality.
And he has antlers, yeah?
Yes.
So here you see the, I guess that was one of the teasers, right? Like,
correct.
I think that was on your side, yeah?
Yes, that's how we teased the whole partnership a week prior to the official launch.
Exactly, that was, I guess that was the one on the Hape side, right? So,
correct.
Which was actually pretty cool because no one really, I mean, obviously not seeing the Jägermeister logo, you don't know that Jägermeister is involved in that sense. But so a lot of people were like questioning, okay, what is going on? Is it a, I don't know, a Christmas version or whatsoever? Like people were actually asking on social, right? I remember. And some of them were actually right with the Jägermeister.
Yes, some were guessing correctly. So
yeah.
It was quite fun to see.
So here you see, we had a lot of engagement on the posts, right? Like it was pretty like a lot of people like, okay, what is going on, questioning and stuff. So unfortunately now there would be a video from our launch event. Was again a very, let's say, a cool night, yeah, in New York, which we cannot see yet. And then obviously the final, yeah, in Times Square.
Yes.
Was also a pretty interesting, I guess, momentum for you guys, right? Because I think you have not done Times Square before, right? So
yes, correct. For a long time we haven't been there, and during the NFT conference we had the chance to be there together with Hape, and that was great. And also in regards to social, because you mentioned the Hape channels before, also in our own channels, we had great engagement because it was simply cool for the community to see something really new, something different. And that was really an interesting learning as well, to do something which was completely different to what we usually did in social. And that worked quite well.
Yeah, it was big. It was super cool. And then we see actually the placement of the repos. So we basically designed a couple of repos that the holders can basically build into their Hapes, right? So as you see, normally in the backgrounds you see the bottles. Some of the Hapes originally have, for example, bananas in the background, right? So we exchanged the bananas with the Jägermeister bottles, or you were able to dress up your Hape with a cool sunglass or with this cool hat and the jersey, etc. Actually worked out pretty well.
Yes, great feedback also here in social. And as I said, I think that's very unique for the Hape community, that they have the chance to redress their Hapes, which not many other projects deliver against. So I think that's very unique and special for them, which makes it interesting for us as well.
It was actually super cool to see because people started changing their profile pictures, right? Like obviously being a PFP community, but with the Jägermeister brand, right? So we saw a lot of Twitter profiles, I don't know, just having the Jägermeister stuff on, right? So
yes.
It was actually cool momentum.
Yeah, the community was spreading the word in the end, and that's
exactly,
that's great. Yeah.
Okay, watch the space and stay Hape. If you're coming to London, I guess, yeah, have an eye on what's going on in the Hape community. You're all, I guess, invited, but
yes,
some news to come. So now knowing what happened in the project, Sven, I'm wondering for you, obviously you personally are very interested in this space, right? So you really have your head around and are really deep in what is going on with PFP communities in general, with futuristic technologies. But working for Jägermeister, Jägermeister being a very traditional brand, right? Like everyone around the world knows Jägermeister, obviously producing great
herbal liquor.
Herbal liquor. I'm wondering, how do you see communities becoming more and more relevant to brands, right? Like Hape being a community-driven brand in that sense, yeah? What do you see for a traditional brand? Like, how do you see that will influence you guys in the future as well?
Yeah, I think from a Jägermeister point of view, we are definitely anyways very much rooted in communities. In the real world, as I mentioned in the beginning, and this is a great chance to get into the virtual world as well. And we want to build the bridges between the virtual and the physical world. And that's kind of the ambition we have with the project as well, to build those bridges, to look into opportunities with Pope tokens, to build those bridges between the two worlds. But communities are definitely at the heart of our strategy as well, and play a major role. Be it offline or online, and that's where Web3, NFTs, Metaverse, and all that good stuff will play a major role moving forward. But as said, it's an and not either or. It's both, and I think that's important.
Do you feel the community will also in the future drive decisions actually?
That's tough to say. Obviously, we are a family-owned business, so therefore, to a certain degree, there might be areas where that happens, and then there might be areas where this is not happening. Obviously, you have those DAO organizations which are popping up everywhere, and definitely is an interesting concept. Might not work for all the facets, obviously, for every company, but there might be elements where that can play out.
Like certain areas, like in marketing,
exactly.
or wherever you feel like it.
Product development, whatever it might be.
Exactly, yeah. That's super interesting. My last question, being conscious of time, my last question to you, Sven, knowing that you are very into all the cool stuff, yeah? If you would be a limited edition of something, yeah, what would it be?
I was afraid that you asked this question. But anyways, I think I would be a limited edition T-shirt.
A limited edition T-shirt?
Yes.
A special brand, like a specific brand, or just the product category?
No, something so limited that the brand doesn't even exist yet.
Okay, I love that one, yeah. Thank you so much, Sven.
What would you be?
What I would be? That's actually a very good question. I would probably be a very limited electric car.
Okay. Which brand?
Potentially Polestar.
Okay, nice.
I really like Polestar.
Maybe good one, Polestar. Good choice. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions, or should we just finish this round?
I'm not quite sure if there are questions.
I don't know if is there a question series planned in? No? Okay.
No questions.
Good.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, Sven, for joining, and
thank you
for listening in. Yeah.